Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel English Study Class. I am Professor Venkatarama Bear, Assistant Professor of English at Government First Grade College, Gudibande, Chippadapa District. Thank you for joining me on this video's channel. In this video, I will be teaching you how to write effective paragraphs. This video is especially beneficial for third semester BCom BBA students of Bengaluru North University and Bangalore University, since it is a 5 marks grammar question in their university examinations. We will be exploring the fundamentals of paragraphs, their structure, and the manner in which they have to be written and revised to make them coherent and cohesive. I am sure by the end of this video, you will have a better understanding of paragraph writing. So, without further ado, let us begin. The BCom BBA third semester English grammar can be a frightening challenge, especially for writing component. Students must show their ability to write crystal clear, concise paragraphs that can span only 120 words. At the outset, let us know the session agenda. In this session, we are going to discuss model questions, 6 tips to paragraph writing, types of writing, and at last we have solved model questions. Friends, to ensure your success, here are some helpful tips to sharpen your paragraph writing skills. Let us begin one by one. The first one is start by brainstorming ideas. The first step in writing a paragraph is to understand the question well. You need to identify the keywords and the main phrase that define the topic. Then you can brainstorm some ideas related to the topic and choose a word or a phrase that summarizes it. After that, you can list some supporting details that will help you develop your paragraph. Let us move to the second tip of writing the paragraph. It is decide on the type of paragraph. One of the most important skills you need to master for your examination is choosing the right type of paragraph for the question. Friends, your syllabus covers 4 types of writing: descriptive, narrative, reflective, and argumentative. Each type has its own purpose, features, and style. You need to analyze the question carefully and decide which type of the writing suits its best. Friends, let us know the first and foremost type of writing, that is called as descriptive paragraph writing. What is a descriptive paragraph writing? Descriptive paragraph writing is a way of showing the reader what the writer sees, feels, hears, smiles, and tastes. The writer uses descriptive words and images to create a vivid picture of a person, place, object, experience, or situation. The writer also uses figurative language such as comparisons and expressions to make the descriptive more interesting and expressive. A descriptive paragraph has a clear structure with an introduction that gives a topic and the main idea and the conclusion that wraps up the main points and leaves the impression on the reader. Let's move to the second type of writing, that is called narrative paragraph writing. A narrative paragraph writing is a form of writing that narrates a story. It has characters, setting, and a plot that involves some kind of challenge or problem. The writer uses descriptive words, dialogue, and vivid details to make the story interesting and realistic. Narrative paragraphs can belong to different types of writing such as fiction, non-fiction, and poetry, and they can have different purposes such as telling a story, describing something, and giving an opinion. They have a clear structure with a beginning that introduces a story, a middle that develops a story, and the end that concludes a story. Let us come to the reflective paragraph. A reflective paragraph writing is a way of writing that expresses the writer's personal thoughts and feelings about a specific experience or event. The writer uses first person and the tone can be serious or humorous depending on the purpose and audience. The main features of a reflective paragraph is to give readers a clear and brief description of the experience. Reflective writing helps the writer to learn more about themselves and the topic they are writing about. It can show and tell how a certain experience has influenced the writer's emotions and attitudes, and how the experience has changed their perspective. Now let's move to the argumentative paragraph. An argumentative paragraph is a powerful form of persuasive writing that presents an argument or opinion in order to convince the reader of its validity. To do this, the writer must provide evidence to support their argument and then evaluate and analyze it in order to draw a sound conclusion. Through this process, they are able to effectively communicate their opinion and demonstrate its soundness. Friends, let us move to the third tip of writing a paragraph. It is create an outline of your composition. Creating an outline is a helpful technique for planning and writing a composition. It helps the writer to arrange their thoughts and ideas in a logical order. An outline consists of main points, subpoints, and supporting details that relate to the point. The writer can use the outline to group these points into paragraphs and follow it as a guide when writing the composition. Now let's come to the fourth tip of writing a paragraph, that is called develop the content. To write a paragraph, the writer needs to start with a topic sentence that summarizes the main point of the paragraph. Then the writer needs to provide specific details, examples, and evidence that explain and support the topic sentence. The writer should also use transitions to link the ideas and create a smooth flow of the paragraph. Lastly, the writer should include facts, examples, and statistics that reinforce the main point of the paragraph. Let us come to the fifth tip of writing a paragraph, that's called plan and structure. Friends, paragraph writing is a skill that requires practice and careful planning. The writer should create an outline of their composition before writing to organize the thoughts and include all the necessary information. The outline should have the main points of the paragraph and should follow a logical order. The composition usually has three parts: an introduction, a body, a conclusion. Now let us know each one in detail. Friends, now let's move on to the introduction of writing a paragraph. The first sentence of an essay is crucial as it states the main idea of the essay. It should be a catchy hook that attracts the reader's attention. The first sentence should also show how the writer has understood the question. It should link everything else in the essay to this idea. The rest of the essay should not contradict or change this first sentence. Friends, now let's come to the body of the composition. The body of the composition is the main part, and it develops the idea that was introduced in the first sentence or introduction. It has several paragraphs that provide information on the topic, each with its own content. The writer uses transitions to create smooth flow in their writing. Transitions are words or phrases that connect the sentences and paragraphs and show how they are related. They make the composition coherent and easy to read. The last important part of the paragraph is conclusion. The conclusion of a paragraph should give readers a sense of closure. It should make it clear that the paragraph has reached its end and there is nothing more to add. The last sentence is very important as it should wrap up the paragraph and make it complete. The conclusion should also summarize the main points of the paragraph and remind the readers of the topic sentence. Friends, the last tip for writing a paragraph is use vivid language. Edit and proofread your composition. It's important to use language that is vivid and accurate when writing a composition. Ensure that your writing is free of grammatical, spelling, and punctuation errors, and that it is clear and precise. Please double check your work for any areas that may need improvement. With this background, Let's move to a model question and try to solve it. The question is, Himalayan trek. We came out of here, difficult time to decide, challenging our beliefs, happiest and frightening moment. Time we felt we were alive, became introspect for the right choice. These are the hints given. You have to decide which type of paragraph can be written. And based on this, you can write a paragraph like this. I have given a model answer. A Himalayan trek was a moment of fear for us. It was a difficult time to decide to take the risk, but it challenged our beliefs and pushed us out of our comfort zone. Anyway, we eventually emerged from our fear and challenged our beliefs. It was one of the happiest and yet most frightening moments of our lives. During this time, we felt so alive, and it made us become more introspective and think about the right choice. The journey ended up being a rewarding experience. We learned that we should never be afraid to take risks and believe in ourselves to reach the goals. It was a great experience, and we felt proud of ourselves for taking the right decision. We would recommend this trek to anyone who is looking for an exciting and meaningful experience. Now let's come to the second example. We visited orphanage, excited to meet little children going there, witnessed reality, came back, looked around us, felt grateful for what we had prayed and thanked God. These are the things given. Based on this, you have to write a paragraph. Let us see how we can write. We recently visited an orphanage in our locality and were excited to meet the little children there. We went there to bring a smile on their faces by donating some clothes, toys, and food. Upon arriving, we were in for a shock when we witnessed the reality of living conditions in the orphanage. We were heartbroken for these lovely children. We saw children living without their parents and without the basic necessities. After spending some time with them, we came back with heavy hearts and looked around us in amazement at our own homes. We felt immensely grateful for our privilege having a family and home that we call our own. In the end, we thanked and prayed God for all the blessings in our lives. Friends, that's all about paragraph writing. Thank you very much for watching my video on this paragraph writing. I hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions or feedback, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Have a great day and happy writing. See you in the next video. Bye. Take care.